the know, just come watch the show. To know what to do, just jump in the queue. It's down to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's hella to you. All in the queue, just check out the view. All in the queue. Watch the show, to know what to do, just jump in the queue, it's hella to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's hella to you. All in the queue, it's check out the view. All in the queue.
One thing for sure and two things for certain is I'm never going to hear you out if what I'm hearing is stupid. I'm not going to hear that. I'm not going to receive that. That's not my ministry. A lot of y'all sit and give too much of y'all time and effort to people who don't deserve it. Why would you be listening to somebody telling you that 2 + 2 is 92 when you know it's not? That is a waste of my time. It's not of the kingdom. It's not. And I would not subject myself to foolishness, okay? Because I don't like to consider myself to be foolish, so I don't want to sit with it. No, it ain't nothing we can do. We done talking. I'm done talking. I'm done listening as well. Yeah, so I don't know who needs to hear that. I hope it reaches you and I hope it touches your spirit. Stop entertaining foolishness. Because people will start seeing you as foolish or somebody to be played with. And I don't like to be played with. Go play Atari. Go play some spades, but don't play with me. All right, love you, bye. One thing for sure and two things for certain is I'm never going to hear you out.
What's up? What's up? It's Fake 'em Out Friday. What's going on? What's up with everybody? How are you doing? It's your girl, Super. I'm live today, as you can see. I hope everybody is doing well and blessed and had a great day. And now it's the weekend and it's time to do your thing and Fake 'em Out Friday. That's what today is. Fake 'em Out Friday, okay? Versus Fuck 'em Up Friday. Okay? Because, I could fuck up a lot of things today. But I'm gonna do Fake 'em Out Friday because they're not relevant in my life. So I'm gonna get to the business at hand, the business of why I came on tonight, which I told you guys that I was going to come on tonight and we were going to do a bit of a Dolton update outside of the presentation that I will have, the full presentation. Hey, Ernesto, I'm going to get to speaking to everybody in just a moment. I need to pull up a file. Give me 1 second because I thought I had it pulled up and forgot all about it. I'm going to speak to everybody again. I hope that everybody under the sound of my voice has had a great, productive day. And yes, Ernesto, I have been drinking my water and minding my business while other people have had my name in their mouth. My name should actually taste like shit in their mouth because they don't like me allegedly, and they despise me allegedly, and I'm fat and I'm funky. So my name should taste like shit in your mouth. So I don't understand why some people keep saying it. And listen, let me tell you other people something. I'm grown. I will go and comment and participate anywhere I see fit because you don't pay not one damn bill over here. You do not pay a bill. You do not feed anybody over here. And as a grown person who has not asked for your help and is taking care of my own business, I will type and be wherever I want to be. So you screenshotting something and sending it somewhere. It's amazing to me that you would take up the precious memory on your phone to save something, screenshot it, and send it to somebody as if I give any books. I want you to remember that when you're taking all the time to do what you're doing, because I don't care. Okay. And just know that you use the precious memory in your phone to look like a dumbass. Exactly. Because I don't care. I'll say what I want, when I want, how I want, and what the hell will you do about it? Nothing. Huh? Oh, okay. Now that we have that out of the way, let me go over here and speak. And I've pulled up the document that I need. Let me speak to the people because I am so gracious. Thank you so much. I feel so humbled that you have come in the room to hear what Super has to say today, because people have so many things to say about Super. None of them true, but they have shaped public opinion about Super, when all Super is trying to do is help the community. That's all Super is trying to do, is educate her community so that they can be fully informed when they place their vote. That's all Super is trying to do while minding her business. Okay? Because if you have my phone number, what I want you to do is try to call me. If you don't have my phone number, that means you don't have a problem with me. And you should not be screenshotting, telling anything. If you took your day to go around and say what Super is doing, child, check your calendar. Because you might be the one that's friendless, because it's definitely not me. Okay? Anyway, let me get in here and speak, Jesus. Dave Bryson, thank you so much. All of my mods, thank you so much for everything that you do for this platform. When this platform is live, you are live. I appreciate all of my mods, every last one of you. Thank you so much for making this community great and a great place to have a conversation and a great place to feel safe when you're having the conversation. So let's see who's in here. We have Prima Donna. Hey, Martin. I'm surprised you're here, but hey, sir, I'm so glad to see you. Welcome. You have really been doing the topics yourself, sir. Thank you for supporting the community and having the conversations that we need to have. Mr. Martin Johnson, thank you so much. I can't even hear that. That is so loud. Let me see if I can. Oh, that's loud. But anyway, thank you, Martin. Hey, Miss Prima Donna, how are you? Hey, Jim C, what's going on? Ernesto, I told you. Drinking my water, minding my business, unbothered by people who have nothing better to do but to keep up mess. Reload, hey, how you doing? Succeeding, how are you? Hey, Master G, how are you? Hey, Miss Sher, how are you? I'm just going to watch because they know that I will go in on that ass. Okay, listen, don't come over here and test me tonight because you're going to clock it. If you come over here, ain't that what the kids say? You're going to clock it. If you come over here and test me tonight, baby, because I'm all kinds of ready. Fully loaded out this jank. Okay? Okay? So here, tonight, we're here for business. I don't have no time for foolery. Since we are here for business and we're going to get it ready to get started, I'm going to get my glasses on. Let me see. But I really do appreciate all of you for being in the room tonight. We are going to have a bit of a Dolton update. We are going to talk about a few things tonight. Some information that I feel like the community needs to know. I know that you cannot share my videos in Dolton Politics because I have been blocked so far as to been banned so that the narrative could be controlled by one person. because they want you to believe, for whatever reason, that there's only one person that is important. There is only one person that can advocate. And listen, child, so be it. I'm never going to go back and forth with people ever again. Okay. The only thing I'm going to do is stand on business, and I'm going to be right. And I'm going to report on right or wrong. Don't matter to me who doing it. Okay. First of all, when it comes to Dolton, oh yeah, succeeding on purpose by all of the admin. And I'll be glad to say that with my full chest. By all of the admin. The goofy man that be over there, John Kraft, Miss Nikita Cloud, by all of them, child. Okay? We're going to start calling a thing over here, because I have had it. Absolutely have had it. Okay, so we're going to call a thing over here. They don't like me, and that's fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the truth out. If John Kraft called himself a journalist, I don't see how, because blocking people to protect the narrative is crazy. I said it and I meant it. Let me get my glasses on so I can see. Thank you, succeeding. I'm trying, child. I'm over here minding my business. I could tell you some things about what is going on with me, but wouldn't nobody care anyway, right? So, I'm making my way. But to God be the glory, because that's what you see resting upon me, the glory of God. Reload, that's hilarious. So the mods don't live in Dolton. I know that's right, Master G. I don't know, succeeded. Most of my mods, there is a few of my mods that live in Dolton that are mods. Okay, so let's get to the business at hand. We are talking about, you see the title says Dolton Updates. Was Tiffany Henyard right? That's what we're going to be discussing. There's going to be a series of discussions about this topic, right? Because we should inspect the new administration, and we should see things that are going right, things that are going wrong, right? You saw the thumbnail. So I'm going to play a clip. This clip comes from the I care, email or text me. Succeeding. You can email me anytime. I mean, from the politics, all people named don't reside there. Oh yeah, no. But anywho, child. The clip that I'm about to play, and I want to play this clip first, because what we have to talk about is centered around this clip. But Super is always going to bring you receipts. I'm always going to bring you the truth, and the truth is going to be what it is. So I'm going to play this clip first. Then we're going to talk about the clip. Okay? We're going to talk about the clip. I want to make sure that you're sitting down for most of this. Okay? But we're going to talk about the clip. We're going to play the first half of the clip, and here we go.
Next, discussion and consideration to approve the sale of the village property located at 14900 Greenwood, Melanie Fitness Center. All right, it's discussion. Any discussion?
I make a motion.
A motion to.
So we're discussing it.
It's a discussion.
Okay, so I am the one that placed this on the agenda, and the reason that I placed this on the agenda after having a meeting with Conspiracy Office, Lauren, who is one of the account holders of ours. Everyone know that we are strapped for cash, and the Village of Dolton has the Melanie Fitness Center that is not being occupied. We see it used for events and parties and everything else. There was a Dolton Police sign placed on it, but we do not have the funds to make it a Dolton Police Department. So I am asking that we move forward to try to see if we can put this property on the market.
All right, any discussion?
I was just going to state that in the very beginning, maybe our first year here, I remember myself and Trustee Brown put on the agenda to sell it. And Tammy Brown, for clarification, right? We asked that we move forward with an appraisal. So our goal for the last 3 years, as a community, we want to be able to put properties back on the tax roll and actually benefit, because the more people that pay the taxes in our communities, the better. So we've been asking, and the time has come so that we can try to incur some of these expenses that they have been putting on the village. So that's the goal, to try to offset the spending. Thank you.
All right, anyone else?
Yes, I'd like to speak on that. At this time, I really hate to give up the melody, because that's a nice area, nice facility for us to hold on to. And I'd like us to have more discussion on what else could we possibly do with that, and some type of way we can save it instead of us going into the real estate business and selling that. That's a nice piece of property. So we can have some further discussion on that down the line.
So maybe we should propose that we have a cow weekend, and then that way we can discuss it with the residents like we would normally supposed to do, so that we can involve the residents and have this discussion. Because ultimately, it is a discussion that we're all supposed to make. But as trustees, our goal is to look at finances and see how we can financially benefit. So at this moment, it's just costing us. Even that sign on it, that was about $50,000. We can't continue to spend money when we are here today trying to make a transfer just so we can pay the bills. It's unfair, it's a lack of prioritizing, and it makes no sense. Right now, we are bleeding. This village is bleeding. If these residents knew the truth, they'd hit the roof. So with that being said, I'm up for the discussion, but I'm ultimately thinking that we should bring it in from the residents and see how we can make it more cost affordable for the entire community.
Okay, don't go for that discussion, so we can stay and talk.
I like it, Trustee
Okay,
Brown.
I just want to add on to that. Not only, it's also a liability. If no one is aware it's not actually a police station, people would actually go there thinking that it is a police station. So if I'm in a frenzy and someone is chasing me and I go there for the police station, well, guess what? It's not a police station. So that's also a great liability. In the meantime, as it's sitting there, maybe the sign should be covered as well. So you don't give people that false narrative that it's a police station, and it's not a police station. Again, the bag is empty, y'all. We've been saying that forever. It's dried out. You gotta bring some type of revenue into this village. The bag is empty. So we gotta try to bring some type of funding. If it could be sold, if it could be salvaged, what could we bring there? And again, I agree with Trustee Norwood. Have a meeting, see what the residents want to do. Again, this is our community. It's not my community, it's our community. So we need to get residents involved as well as this board. Thank you.
Okay, so as relates to Melly Fitness, I still believe it should be a police station. Our goal is to turn it into that. The board see fit if they would like to sell the property. I still think the people should have a say so on that. I know when we did put the sign up, a lot of residents was happy that the police station was closer on Sibley, and then that they can get the calls faster. So my goal is still to do that. And what people not telling you is it is in a TIF district. That's where that police station sits in. And then also, when they purchase the sign, Chief Lacey, what account did it come out of? Because when they tell you stuff, they don't tell you where money comes from, what account, how they was able to afford. They sign and turn it into a police station. It's different accounts. It did not come out to the general fund or nothing like that. But they have to educate you before they just send you out and tell you something, make it sound as though it's big. And then before you start, Chief Lacey, another thing, we could have been using that area for loans. I've tried several times. Put it on the agenda to allow them to fix the pool so that now the community can utilize it, because it's been sitting there and we pay for it just to sit there. And we could have been giving swimming lessons to all the people in the community. But these are the things that I fight for, that I would like to see within Dolton. Not just get up here and say, hey, today I just want to sell members. Why? It's been sitting there for 3.5 years. So why now you just want to sell Melanie? Every time we come up with a plan, it's always somebody, excuse me guys, if you could, for 1 minute. You gotta hear both sides. So please, for 1 second. So,
All right, calm down.
so
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying to you guys is that we would like to see a police station there. We have 2 fire departments, 2 stations. So now we would like to do the same as relates to one is right here on Park and the other was off of Sibley. That's what we would like to do with the property. The board has to learn how to come and speak to that as relates to what we can do together, because that was the plan all along. Now, if you can tell them how we pay for the sign.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The sign was paid for out of the asset forfeiture. We have a state and a federal. It was recently brought to one of my commander's attention that said that our asset forfeiture was dried up. Our asset forfeiture is not dried up. We still utilize our asset forfeiture, and money is still being put into asset forfeiture. That being said, that's what that money was used for that. I also learned that there is in the TIF district to where, guess what, it can be paid for. Strategically, that would be a perfect location for it, because our police station we have right now, we're pouring a lot of money into it and need a new location. We already did the blueprints from a licensed firm to where they went in, mapped everything out. It can be shown to you if you FOIA it or if the trustees want to see it. But to let that building go other than what it should be used for, then, I think it'll be a big mistake. I think the residents of Dolton deserve the south side, along with the west side and east side of Dolton, deserves that location as far as police officers. We would have had it up by now, but again, this is what we're going through as far as trying to get it done. That information that was given said that it wasn't able to become a police station. Yes, you have companies that do come out and transform buildings into police stations that have been used for something else.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And then as it relates to the signage, what we did in the past is we put blockage up so people couldn't enter the lot, so people weren't confused about is the police station open, is it closed, and then also the light, we did cut it off, so I did turn it back on. So those are things that we did do when people was thinking that it was an actual police station, just to clear up some of the noise. People just throw things out and no one tells you 1 second, and no one tells you what's going on in the community. So I like to try to give you facts versus fiction, because half the time people just give you fake stories and never give you truth to it, so that now you have something to go with. So that's what we do. All right,
Mayor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, since I put it on the agenda, and I would love for the deputy chief, with all these analysis that y'all did, it's been 3 years, why it's not a police station? How much will it cost to turn it over to a police station? Then you stated that you wanted it to be a community center for a pool. You sat here several times and said it'll be free pool for the community. It's not making no money. Y'all done spent all the money, and we have to sell it, whether it's in a TIF district or not, just so it can go back on the tax roll is what we need. Right now, as Trustee Norwood said, and speaking to the accounting department, we are in a financial disaster.
All right. I'm going to stop it right there, because Trustee Belcher was the one that said the Melanie Fitness Center needs to be sold right now. Is that what you all heard? By the way, this meeting is public. It is on, I believe I got this meeting from the Dolton Trustees YouTube page, because it's not on the Village of Dolton page. Hold on 1 second. So it's on the Dolton Trustees page, and this is the October 7th, 2024 meeting. This particular meeting right here. This is that meeting. Okay. Now, what we need to do is let's take an analysis. Let's look at this, right? At the time, we all hated Tiffany so much that we didn't want to listen to anything that she was saying. Now that we are not in a blind rage, we hear Trustee Belcher say that the Melanie Fitness Center has to be sold. because Dolton needs money. Put a 2 in the chat if that's what you heard from the video, because I don't want to be putting words in nobody's mouth. I just want to know if that's what you heard from the video. Once I get an answer, then I'll continue with my thought process. Is that what you heard in the video? Did you hear Trustee Belcher say that the Melanie Fitness Center has to be sold because Dolton is not making any money off of it and they need money? Is that what you heard? There must be a really, really bad lag. Can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure y'all can still hear me. Okay. Yeah, you heard it. Okay, cool. Hey, ain't gonna remember how you doing. Did I say hey, D-Love? Hey, D-Love. So let's take Tiffany out of the equation. Let's say it was not Tiffany. Knowing what we know about the Melanie Fitness Center, I don't know if any of you have even seen the Melanie Fitness Center. I have pictures of it. I'll show it to you later. The fitness center, they wanted to split into 2 sides. One side would be the new police department. The other side would be the community center with the pool that she wanted to have for the kids to be able to come and learn how to swim. Now, do you feel that if it was not Tiffany making that suggestion, that would be a viable option for the community? The police station that they have now is old. It is in the center of Dolton, but it is far from the west side of Dolton, or, the majority of Dolton. So that place would, having a police department there would create better reactions times for the police officers for those areas of Dolton that are not close to the center of the city. So it did not make sense, a pool and a police station to me. Succeeding too. So listen to what she said. They had a firm, an architect firm, come in, and they were going to split the building in 2. So that means the police department side would have a wall between it and the community center. If you've never seen the Melanie Fitness Center, it is a rather large building. On this side, there's a building, there's a space, and on this side, there is a space. So what they wanted to do was create a clear wall cutoff. So you're not walking into a police station on this side and you see the community center over there. No. It would be like it's 2 totally separate buildings. It would be like a strip mall. That's the only way I can explain it to you. Because it's not a pool inside of a police station. They're going to be putting up a wall. One side will be the police station on that other side, and on the other side will be the community center. At the time of this meeting, residents didn't know it would be split in half. That's why it was confusing. She literally says it in this video. She says, we have an architect that already drew up plans and showed how they would split the building. But because we disliked it, Tiffany, so much, we were not listening. I'm going to take responsibility for myself. Right? When I am done with this live, I want you to go back. You can even go directly to that meeting. It is the October 7th meeting of 2024. And look at that meeting. And she says it, and Bookman says it. That they had an architect draw up plans, and they are at the village for how the building would be split and safely secured, so that, the two places didn't cross. But that's neither here nor there. The question that I asked was, if it was not Tiffany saying this, would this be a viable option? That's the question that I'm asking and putting out there. We're going to talk about a few things in a real way, right? We're going to talk about, have this discussion in a real way, because this needs to be talked about. You heard Trustee Belcher was the one that said that this building has to be sold. That's what she said. Dolton needed the money from the selling of Melanie Fitness Center. That this particular meeting, they were voting to have an appraiser come in and do all the necessary steps to find out what it would take to put the Melanie Fitness Center up for sale. And that's what they needed to do. Who is Bookman? Bookman is Lacey. That's what I called him the entire time we went through this, was Bookman. Okay. Now that we have that out of the way, keep in your mind, Trustee Belcher was the one that said this building has to be sold. She even said twice that she put it on the agenda. It was her agenda item. Okay? Let's continue this video. We're going to roll right into, now let me bring you, let's go up to date. In this video as well, there was talk about sending this particular agenda item to a COW meeting, to a committee of the whole meeting, where the public could discuss what they would like to see in relation to the Melanie Fitness Center. It is a public or a village-owned building, right? When you have a village-owned building, there should have been a hearing for discussion about the Melanie Fitness Center before they put it on the market. Would have been a discussion or a hearing for the community to be able to come and give public comment and say, hey, this is what we would like to see out of the Melanie Fitness Center. Can it be this? Can it be that? Can we do this? Can we do that? How much will we make from the sale? How will the community benefit? What's going to actually be allowed to go there? These are all discussions you're going to have in a public hearing, because this particular property is owned by the village. Okay? And so the discussion was to send it back to a COW meeting so that that could happen. Okay? Many people did not want the fitness center to close. They just wanted it to be renovated and maintained properly. I would agree with that succeeding, possibly, right? There was talk about how much it costs to do that. They are paying $90,000 a year to maintain the Melanie Fitness Center. I think it costs $1,200 a month for electricity and water, I believe. Or at least for electricity and water to run through the building or whatever, because you have to keep that on even if the building is vacant. There's some rules out here in Illinois. And so, for me, it would have been a great to be able to keep it open. I'm going to show you what it looked like when it was open. We're going to do all of that on this live tonight. Okay. And so that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to send this particular topic, or the motion was from Brittany Norwood, that this go back to the committee of the whole, or they have a committee of the whole, to discuss this with the public. Okay. Now let's fast forward to, I think it was a month ago. So now we're a year out from this meeting. The village still owns the Melanie Fitness Center. I don't think it ever went up for sale. And there was no COW meeting that was had, or public discussion or hearing that was had about the Melanie Fitness Center. Fast forward to a COW meeting that was had last month, and the Melanie Fitness Center was on the agenda. let's take a look at that. Just stay with me. We going somewhere. Okay, just stay with me.
Right now, on the agenda that she has, we are transferring money from the tip money just to make out for bills that need to be paid. So when we go back, what's facts, what's fiction, I ain't never known a person that always got all the facts and everybody else is wrong. But at the end of the day, we have to be realistic. Realistic is there's no more money. Anything we can sell, we need to sell it. If you want to get outside, we can sell you too. Right now, you don't tell me what's out of order and what's not in order. We're not doing that today. You are out of order. So right now, anything that we have asset on and that we can touch that's owned by the village needs to be sold.
All right. So, we can, go ahead.
Trustee, I'm just gonna say this. You came over to the police department, to find out facts.
No, I don't.
Well,
Go ahead.
if I may, but I'll come back. I apologize if you think I am. However, you came to find out facts. Right after that, you put something out saying, and it was told to my commander, that our asset forfeiture was dried up. Now, if you made the statement, then.
I did, because I asked you how much was in there, and I talked to them.
Hold on, let them finish.
Also, you probably talked to the accountant, trustee, but the accountant didn't give you what was in that account. And the reason why is because that's money that nobody can touch, just the police department, for police stations. What I'm saying is, trustee, I get it, I understand it about everything that's going on, but right now, strategically, like I said, that would be a perfect location. If you guys are gonna talk about it, great. Talk about it instead of shutting it down right now. We need another police station in another location in Dolton so that the citizens can be serviced. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you for your comment.
Okay, so, yes, it could be a community center and a police. So our plan for that building was to allow residents to utilize the pool for free and then have a police station on the other side. The plans that they drew up as related to the company that came out and showed us what it could possibly be was it divided a line between police station and the pool. That way, the community can still have it as a community center to allow kids to learn how to swim. That was the whole plan for it. Still is the plan for the building, regardless of people saying something. So we have to learn how to come together and figure out a way how to keep things like that in our community. I know that Mayor Shaw built that for his daughter. So when he built that building, it was in a community forever. So when we try to get away different things, we should kind of take a step back and say, hey, we probably can make haste with this and make sure that it works for our kids, because our kids is everything. But yet we have to give them the opportunity to be able to learn how to swim, be able to learn how to do different things that they go to another community to do. Because just like other people, all our kids go in another community, give them our tax dollars, and then basically they are winning and we're not. But yet we sell everything to somebody else, then we get upset with what somebody brings to our community and feel. We have to start investing in self as relates to our village first. Self, we have to do that, guys. And all I'm trying to do is just show you guys a different way instead of just saying, hey, I just want to give you it's another way to do everything. But we have to put our heads together and come up with the best way for the community. All right, I'm done with it. Next.
Excuse me, since we are still in discussion, could you all get us the numbers? I know you all keep saying whether people told you all regarding the build out, no one discussed that with us, right? So if you could give us the information in regards to the amount, the cost for the pool and the entire total, because I keep saying pieces and pieces, a deposit for $50,000 for the pool, then it's $34,000 on there. Can you come up with a total number for the pool and then an entire number for the amount of reconstruction to transform the fitness center onto a police station? Because when I was a member there just a few years ago, I can't picture how we were knock all of those lockers down on that side and we do all that. So if you could just give us an amount, I think that would help with our discussion.
So we don't have a problem with giving you an amount, but this is why sometimes people have to follow the leader. The leader is the visionary.
need it.
It is
All
what
right, quiet,
it is.
quiet,
What it is. The
quiet.
leader is a visionary. Sometimes people can't see you.
Later is
hallucinating. So just throwing that out there. So everybody got an opinion. I said I can't see.
Thank you, man.
I just try to tell you what the vision would possibly be. As it relates to the pool. We put the pool on there every single board meeting, guys. If you go back and watch the tapes, on every single board meeting, it tells you the amount of the pool. And you guys takes it out and never pay to fix the pool. The pool would have been up and running by now. It's been hot. It's ever outside. The kids would have loved to just cool off and have something to do. And then learn how to swim. I don't know why I keep telling y'all that. You know, the number one thing that we don't know how to do is swim. So what we have to do is teach our kids how to swim. And I mean,
All right, officer.
Okay, guys. Guys, this
Officer.
is between us. Y'all have to calm down. You're here to listen to what we have to say. Oh, I know how to swim, know that. So that's why I keep
That's like
pushing,
the whole
because
crowd.
my parents put me in swimming lessons, so I want our kids to have the same things that I had growing up in this community. And for those that don't know, it was an in-ground swimming pool here in the village of Dolton. For those that don't know the history, learn the history, and you'll understand why I keep fighting for certain things, which is a pool for the kids. But everybody don't got the same dreams.
You don't
and
have the money.
ideas
You don't have the
as it relates to
money.
vision for the village of Dolton.
We don't have the money.
Moving on, we got several other things that go on. Is that it? Do anybody want to make a motion, or it was just your discussion?
It was for discussion, but if we can make a motion to move this to the committee of the whole meeting and actually have a committee of the whole meeting so we can go into further discussion.
Okay, and did you want to bundle up the second one with that, or what?
Yes, I can bundle up,
Okay.
E.
All right, so she has a motion, is that second?
What is B&E?
Bundle and D and E before we
Yes.
make a motion.
D and E.
Okay. Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion approved to bundle items D and E.
All right, next on the agenda is discussion and approval of sale of.
Steve?
All right, now we are a year. This is a year out, and we are in the committee of the whole meeting. Finally, this is about the Melanie Fitness Center. A year, a whole year. They wanted it to go to the committee of the whole. A whole year later, we are in the committee of the whole. So we go from the regular board meeting where they say we need to sell it, it has to go, we need money, to the current committee of the whole meeting last month.
In the spirit of good government, we've been used to.
And I put this portion, please pay attention to what Ed Steve says about the village now and what they should be doing. I put this in there on purpose.
One meeting a month for the last 3 4 years. And when we got in the summer months, it was only one meeting a month. But we have to train ourselves back to 2 meetings a month and discussion. And that's the way good government is set up. Committee of the whole, we're not taking no votes now, we're discussing it for the community to see, give you input. And then the next meeting, we vote on that. So we've been missing that for the last 3 years, 3 and something years, but not 300, did I say 300? 3 years. But I just want to say that I'm proud that we're bringing this back, and it should never left, but that's where we're at now. So we got to get adjusted to the first and the third Monday again, because we've been used to one meeting a month, and it was everybody was looking forward to that one meeting, but the first and third meetings back to, they say boring meetings, but we're discussing stuff, professional, and really moving our village forward. So I just want to make that announcement.
Did you hear him say that we are back to 2 meetings a month? The first meeting is usually the cow meeting, and it is a discussion meeting. It is a discussion meeting. Did you hear him say we are taking no votes? We are discussing with the public and being transparent to the public. So they used to have the cow meeting first, where they would discuss everything that was going to be on the agenda. And then you go to the regular board meeting where you vote on things that you discussed in the committee of the whole.
Thank you very much, trustee. So with that, we are going to conclude the general announcements portion and move right into our first order of business. First up, we have a presentation by Rucker Athletics, Dr. DeAndre Rucker. Want to talk about a great proposal for the village of Dolton to restore or rehab formerly the Melanie Fitness Center. So I ask if you come on up and let the community know what's in discussion.
How you guys doing?
First of all, I want to say welcome to everybody that just came into the room. H-Spag, Wyoming Gal. Who else came in here? I think that's all I saw. Oh, Vivian. Hey, Vivian. All right. So welcome to all of you that just came in here to the room. You just heard him say that there is going to be a presentation by Rucker Athletics about the Melanie Fitness Center. I'll tell you my questions. I'll ask you my questions after we hear this presentation.
So at the door, we gave away a free, they call shakers, with Rucker Athletics on them as well. So our plan and what's in discussion with the board and with the mayor is to Melanie Fitness Center / the police station, courthouse. Look, the plan is to make it a fitness center again. Bring the pool back up to code. Put the workout equipment in there. Have inside of your guys' shaker, it's a list of things we want to have as far as aqua. At the top, it said where families get fit. From our understanding, that's the beginning of generational wealth is health. With that being said, Active Minds and Bodies is an after-school daily fitness program. What that does is it give your kids, if you're still at work and your kids getting out of school and they're going home by themselves, they can come to the gym now and get a workout and get after-school training program to help with their schoolwork. And if they're doing bad in certain classes, we can see their report cards and give them different incentives from that. From there, we have Timeless Vitality Club, which is senior health and mobility program. That is aqua swimming for seniors, a certain class for seniors, walking classes for seniors as well. A wellness clinic that will be for male and female that is in there, aqua fitness class, Rucker Rising Stars, but that is a youth sports expansion program that we have. It's called with the Rucker Rebels. We give scholarships to other kids to go into college, and we help them with that program as well. Next thing is Everybody Strong. That's our general membership. Rucker Cafe and Rucker Juice It is our two biggest things. A lot of, not just children, but a lot of adults, when you're done working out, you go to McDonald's or Burger King. That's a problem. It don't make sense. So this, we'll do meal preps. So you can sign up for a meal prep and say, hey, I know I'm coming to the gym Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. When you leave the gym, you have brown rice and salmon to go home with so you can eat something healthy before you go home. And the juice bar is pretty much juicing all natural fruits for different things as well. Any questions? I ran through it.
I'll defer to the board, see if there's any questions. I know there were a few lease proposals that were presented. I don't know if the board had questions at this time.
I have the history with we own everybody who works out. I usually go to the Calumet City or some other village to work out. So it'll be a good thing to have a pool here. And the way we water rubbers help us with people who have joint problems. I know with my legs, the water rubbers really helps me. So I know that's a good thing. And I look forward to that coming here. And I didn't know about the meal prep and the juice bar. That's really good, which is a big thing nowadays, meal prep.
Yep.
Well, and then I'll speak to, I know the pool and the gym being available is something that we know the community has been very interested in. So we definitely appreciate the proposal and the desire to fix up our fitness center and to do this for community and to make it a better place. So certainly appreciate that. If you may elaborate a little bit on what your timeline that you will be looking at to fix the facility.
Yeah, so
and I'll guess I'll take the lead. The intention is that we get this started September 29th. Should the board be in agreement and community as well. That's why we have.
My question here is, has he already been given the Melanie Fitness Center? I thought that I haven't heard or seen any other presentations outside of Rucker Athletics give their presentation about the Melanie Fitness Center? Should this not have been a hearing where everyone that wanted to put forth their proposal for the Melanie Fitness Center be able to do so? These are my questions.
This committee of the whole discussion. So concerns or anything else, please be sure to address the board prior to our upcoming meeting. But we would like to make sure that we're able to get things going as quickly as possible. But also let individuals know what we're considering in the community.
So with that, the plan is Black Friday, because we know everybody eat a lot on Thanksgiving. So right after that, come.
How can you be open Black Friday if they haven't voted to give you a contract for the Melanie Fitness Center? And again, was this the only business that was able? Was there a RFP put out or something put out on the website saying, hey, we are taking bids from businesses that want to come in and revamp the Melanie Fitness Center? I don't know how we go from the Melanie Fitness Center has to be sold because we need money and we don't have money to now all of a sudden the Melanie Fitness Center is going to Rucker Athletics. I don't have anything against fitness centers and communities. I don't have anything against having programs for the children, scholarships, juice bars, health is wealth. I don't have anything against that. But is this being done properly is what I'm asking. Really what I'm stating, is this being done properly?
Right to the gym. So you could go a little shopping, then come work out a little bit. So that's we're looking at Black Friday, opening day, we're looking at Black Friday.
May I be recognized?
Yes, trustee.
So for full transparency and finance, because I'm the finance chair, Mr. Dr. DeAndre Rucker has made it that he will be paying for the restoration and the pool. I know many people.
If there's presentations being put out by all different types of businesses, that means they will be entering into a contract with the village. So they would be responsible for all financials. Anything regarding the Melanie Fitness Center would be under that business. If you're coming to say, we want to put this here, then you're coming to bring your money to do that. So I didn't understand this statement and how it made any difference. My question still remains is, were there other people or other businesses allowed to present? This is the first one that we're seeing that I know of, but yet he already has a timeline that he's going to be opening day after Thanksgiving.
Said or have come to us talking about the fact that when the old administration was here, we were against it. It wasn't about us being against it. It was about we didn't have the finances to complete it and do it.
So you didn't have the finances, but Tiffany said they had some sort of forfeiture asset account. This is what Bookman said. I don't know how true it was. We would have had to look into that, and I think they would have had to too. But anyway, I digress.
The Melanie's Fitness Center requires finances. It requires an upkeep. It requires staff.
I think that was the reason that she gave that it should have been sold, right? In the previous video from the meeting last year, these were the reasons that she gave that they needed to sell it because it cost too much to upkeep. Am I wrong? Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. Because I can be wrong. Y'all let me know in these comments if I'm wrong. That she said that these are the very reasons that she gave that the Melanie Fitness Center needed to be sold. And I'll wait for your response. It's a bit of a lag, so I'm going to wait for y'all to be able to respond. Because I thought that these were the very reasons that she gave for saying that the Melanie Fitness Center needed to be sold. The upkeep, the maintenance, it needed staff, and that was something that the village could not handle or take care of. So at that point, why? Listen, all sorts of things have happened with this building succeeding, and everybody has had different views of it depending on who's in charge. Okay? Now you picking up what I'm putting down. Okay? But I believe that these were the reasons in the video that we just saw. I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but I believe these were the reasons that she gave that they needed to sell it. Now these are the reasons that Mr. Rucker should be able to take over the building. For me, if you were saying that it needed to be sold, why not sell it to Mr. Rucker since he can afford to renovate it? Why can't he afford to buy it and renovate it himself? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going.
Which we don't financially have the ability to do that. So being able for someone else to come in and take on their responsibility, and it relieves the village of those issues. Although it's still our property, it'll be leased, but it will relieve us from those issues that we didn't have. So it wasn't about us not wanting it. It was about us not being financially sound to make it happen.
My thoughts, the Rucker basically will be renting and responsible for the majority of the expenses. Prima Donna, while that may be true, could there have been other businesses or business owners that had maybe a different plan? Maybe they wanted to put something, maybe do something different with the facility. I'm just, throwing that out there. I'm not saying that this is not the case. Why are you only seeing one option for this particular building or one owner? What if there was another business, fitness wise, that wanted to come in? You should be able to hear all options. I thought this should have been presentations from loads of businesses, but you would have to put an RFP out there on the website for people to know that they can come and do that, right? Because there could have been other gyms. Planet Fitness might have wanted to have came. LA Fitness might have wanted to have came, right? Vasa Fitness could have wanted to have came to Dolton. You don't know, because was that put out there? Was that put out there on our RFP on the website? Hey, Dolton is looking for presentations from businesses and business owners to come and give us a presentation on the Melanie Fitness Center. Click here for a packet. I'm just saying, was that an option? Succeeding, you can receive funding from anywhere. He can receive, the business that goes in there can receive funding for being a small business owner. I mean, funding comes from a lot of places. Not just because you're a part of the village or, the village owns this building, blah, 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 blah. He could get grants from anywhere and everywhere. Will Davis could help him get a grant because he's trying to bring health and wellness to the village of Dolton. They literally have grants for that. As a business, as an established business, he could get that. Getting back into the swing of RFPs might have been missed on this occasion. Correct, Miss Prima Donna. Because what if LA Fitness or Planet Fitness would have wanted to come in? Those are really big gyms, right? They could have perhaps worked out something with the village where they did create the situation of another police department and the gym on the other side as a partnership, right? They still would be renting from the village because the building is owned by the village. At this point, if they're not going to sell it as they said they needed to, whoever goes in there, they're going to be the landlord. So I'm just, I'm just asking questions. I'm asking questions because if we're going to be right, we need to be right all the way around. Right? We know LA Fitness likes certain areas. They left Calumet City in the south side of Chicago. Correct. I mean, every business has a certain place they want to be in. But this particular portion of Greenwood is a beautiful looking area. I mean, I'm just saying the possibilities. You never know till you put it out there. Everybody has heard the story of Dolton. Trust me. Everyone has heard that story. And in some ways, some businesses may be inclined to say, I can go and take a chance. Business is risk. When you go into business for yourself and you're an entrepreneur, it's risk. Yeah, succeeding, they could, but you would have to have that opportunity open and available, right? That's where your village administrator comes in and sends out this RFP. And when you send out and you put the RFP on the website, and then as the village administrator, then you go and you say, hey, I'm going to find out who the VP is of this area for Planet Fitness, and I'm gonna send them this RFP. Tell them we looking for, we have a fitness center that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna send them the stuff and see what they say. I'm gonna send it to this gym and see what they say. Right? Succeeding. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, there's other gyms that are up and coming as well, right? You have entrepreneurial gyms. What do they call those? CrossFit. Those CrossFit gyms. You have a lot of CrossFit gyms out there now too. I'm saying everyone should be given the opportunity. The RFP should have been put out there to everyone and anyone, and then let the community have a say-so. Let them see a presentation from everyone and let them have a say-so. And then whatever the board decides is what the board decides. But there should be an even and open exchange of information. You can't have it one way on this hand and another way on this hand. This is all I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah, and now to add to that, in its current capacity, the facility is costing us at minimum $90,000 per year just to maintain utilities and space and other miscellaneous expenses. Trustee Stan, we'll open up for we'll take up to 4 questions.
Now, this is supposed to be the COW meeting. The COW meeting is where the public is able to ask questions and make comments. The mayor just said, oh, we'll take 4 questions. Why are we taking 4 questions? This is the COW meeting. We're supposed to be having a discussion. Can we not ask questions of Mr. Rucker? Is that not possible? Can we not ask questions? Was there other businesses? That's not possible? Oh, you don't want that? Okay. All right then.
Okay, so I'll let Trustee Stan Brown, and then I'll.
What you had just read, could you sound it again?
I can give you one. I'll go through it if you want me to go through it. I can run you through it real fast.
You said you was feeding people, take a plate home, which you have to leave. So that's how
Stan, he loved to eat.
You're gonna pick up that tab?
Yeah.
Testing. Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at the maintenance, Dr. Rucker, and that maintenance is a heavy bill to carry. So are you established enough and pick up this here load?
I'm established enough, but I will be looking towards the board to help out with some of the maintenance. I'm glad you brought that up, sir.
So they're going to give the Melanie Fitness Center to Mr. Rucker and still have to carry on some of the maintenance. Huh? If I rent my home to you, I'm not coming to do routine maintenance with you. You got to sweep your own floors, wash your own walls, clean your own bathroom. Huh? Let me be quiet.
With the membership that we plan on bringing in, that should be able to take care of majority of the maintenance. Everything else should be taken care of with other programs that we bringing in. The Silver Sneaker program, which those who have insurance, you pretty much could go to any gym and sign up, and your insurance company will pay for that. But then the proposal I did put some things in the proposal, addressing the board to see if you guys don't mind we could negotiate.
Where is the proposal on the website so that the residents can see the proposal? We are now in November. Has anybody, and I went to the website today and did not see any type of proposal from Rucker Athletics about the Melanie Fitness Center. Has anyone seen one? Has the residents seen one? Was there one passed out at this meeting? Which is the COW meeting, which is where you should get this type of information and handouts. Crickets? Okay.
Or something.
Yeah, okay. I figured we need to do a little negotiating because you're carrying a heavy load with this here main.
He's a business owner. If he wants to be in the building, the load is his to carry. If he's leasing it from the village, then he should have liability insurance. He should be ready to take care of all of the and any maintenance that is going along with him renting this building.
You know, and I'm a stickler for the grass, weeds, and trees and all that. And then that's maintenance weekly, so you guys can handle that. That'd be nice.
I definitely appreciate you. We'll handle the grass if you handle the light bill. We'll definitely talk about it. Fine with
it. We're gonna get you up there with solar. We're gonna put some solar panels up there.
Now I'm gonna hold you to that. Now, y'all, I'm holding them to it.
No,
So.
but wait a minute, we did talk. You supposed to talk with the solar man.
You got to get 3 more votes.
3 more votes. Stan Brown, you got some work to do. Trust me, Brown, man. You gotta come on.
Okay, no. Trustee, did that conclude your question? I'm sorry. Did that conclude your question?
That concludes my question.
All right. Okay. We're going to open for 4 questions from residents. I saw Miss Mary first, and then we'll come right down.
Succeeding, there should be no negotiation about maintenance. If the village is going to be the landlord, here is your lease. We want our rent. And there you go. When the landlord, when you sign and you rent a home, you don't send your light bill back to the landlord. Once you sign on that dotted line, everything else is on you. So, liability insurance. First of all, the residents should have been able to see this proposal packet. Again, I'm going to say this again. This should have been an RFP that went out to see what other businesses may have wanted to come in and take over this with no, I mean, there could be other businesses that would have taken over and said, no, we can carry everything. We got our maintenance, we got our insurance. We don't need anything other than this lease and to get started. But I believe that he has already started in the Melanie Fitness Center. And how is the question? Has it been voted on? Was it voted on? Was there a hearing had? Did the mayor is only accepting 4 comments? I don't know how many people were in this room on that night, but anywho.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Are you going to bring in new exercise equipment?
Yes, we have a lot of exercise equipment we already purchased. That's already.
How did you already purchase equipment? I mean, I know he has other athletic centers in other places. I know he has other businesses in other places, but how did you already purchase equipment for this particular project if there's just a proposal and no signed contract. I'm asking. There was a lot of questions from me based on Mr. Rucker's comments.
Available because we was looking for another spot already, but we found some equipment that was kind of a discounted price that was good equipment, so we purchased it already.
Yeah, Dan, and then we'll do one more.
Black Friday.
I go to the gym elsewhere, and I'm gonna chill. I mean, we should,
okay.
You know, and a lot of people feel the same way. So I think on day one. What I'm saying is this, instead of just sitting again, try to get as many people as you can at one time. You may get some volunteers coming out of there also.
I got a microphone in my hand, don't I? I got a microphone. I told y'all. Some days I'm here, some days I'm not. But anyway. Okay. So if I had to rescind anything, now's the time to do it. All right. But I was just going to suggest, get that first big rush in before the opening among the people of Dolton. And I'm pretty sure you're going to take everybody in the South Service, I would guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I would much rather invest our little memberships with this group, with this gym than somewhere else.
I appreciate that. So we do have advertising ready to roll out. We're just waiting on pretty much all documentation.
So they have advertisement already to roll out. How?
And everything with the board. Once we in agreements, we'll start rolling out our membership packages and all our advertising.
Okay, final question in the back.
Walter Randolph Village, Dustler here. So you said something about pricing and you don't have any like membership pricing or anything. And you said something about juicing.
Yeah, so the juice bar and everything will be separate. That's a separate price. It's like going to a health food store and you want to get a juice. So it'll be different pricing for that. The membership packages are different packages just as well. That'll roll out in our advertisement rollout.
Yeah. Okay, so there's no pricing yet available?
Well, not at this moment until me and the board have an agreement on a few other things first.
And as far as the juicing is concerned, will there be smoothies as well? Or?
Yes.
Sorry, one more thing. The equipment that you said that you brought in, that you got at a discounted rate, I'm not sure exactly what they have in there, but as far as the swimming pool, aqua aerobics, will there be a steam room, jacuzzi, sauna, anything?
So
like
you
that?
have a steam room, jacuzzi, pool, a kid pool, sauna. We also bringing in therapy as well. For those who have like a lot of people use athletes that get arthritis. It's pretty much like a cold bath, jumping in the cold bath. This is handheld though. So it helps you out. Now, instead of jumping in a cold bath, they have it handheld where it'll freeze it and it gets you back going how you need to be. So yeah.
One last thing. What about massage chairs?
Massage chairs?
Massage chairs or masseuse.
Yeah. We will have massage chairs. We're gonna have the ones you gotta slap the $2 in so you can pay for it.
I asked because I
got the understand.
Right now, no, they have all of that stuff. And was there anything
the plan
or beneficial?
No, not to cut you off, but the plan is to have everything where you don't have to go to another gym. Right. So if that's something that if we don't have it and we see a lot of members asking for it, we'll love to make sure we have it. We also been talking to Athletico as well. It's coming in to help with massage therapy and things like that as well.
Okay. Thank you.
You are.
Okay. I think we have one. I heard one question from Trustee Steve.
I would say there's still some of the old equipment was still useful from the gym that was taken out. But some of that stuff is still very much used for the benches and the free weights. So I know that stuff is still over there. So take advantage of that once we get this thing on.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay. I think that will conclude the questions. This will also facilitate a few other changes. Currently, our courts court for traffic and grass fines is over at the Melanie Fitness Center. That will be moving to Village Hall on Thursdays.
Okay, so now Rucker Athletics will be having the entire run of Melody Fitness Center. Court was being held over there, so now they're going to be holding court in City Hall. And then he was talking about the hours changes for the village, and that's all that's on that video. And like I said, I'm going to say again that were there any other businesses allowed to come in to give their proposals as to what could be done with the building as far as gyms or CrossFit or whatever? You know, what were those RFPs being put out? Did it get put out? To me, I don't know, but from the view that I'm sitting from this video, I'm not sure that was done. I'm feeling like this was just handed to Mr. Rucker, and not that I'm opposed to Mr. Rucker. I'm not opposed to Mr. Rucker. What I'm about is laws and being right and being transparent with the community, right? And allowing the community to participate because the village owns the building, which in turn means the residents own the building. So they should have had a hearing to be able to have all of the people present to give their presentations, hand out the handouts to the residents with all information of what they were proposing, along with their insurance coverage, because you don't have to get the actual coverage to receive a quote and to have a quote on file, you know, in their packet. And so with that being said, now let me tell you, so I have been doing some research. And now somebody asked, was there a connection between Kiana Belcher and Mr. Rucker? And there actually is. So for me, that creates a conflict of interest. And actually, Trustee Belcher should not be participating in any votes as it relates to Mr. Rucker. I'm not sure if she currently works for him or what the situation is between them. But because of that, she used to work for him, and I don't know the status of that. It is, in my opinion, that she should abstain from any votes that have to do with him. Because if she does currently work with him or for him or contracted by him, that would not be a situation that she should be involving herself in, because that presents a clear conflict of interest. With that being said, let's go to some FOI information. I'm going to make this larger so that you guys can see it. And I'm going to read something in your hearing. We're going to read it together, and then we're going to discuss it. What we are going to read is going to be in relation to this talk that we are having about Mr. Rucker. Mr. Rucker now owns a lot of businesses, or is part owner probably in a lot of businesses in Dolton. He has the Rucker Cigar Lounge. If nothing changes, from what I feel and see, he will have the Melanie Fitness Center, the entire Melanie Fitness Center. And also there is a new business, which I'll show you that video of. It's called the Weekend Winery, I believe. And I believe he may be a business partner in that particular business. But I will show you the ribbon cutting of that business. That is 3 businesses right there. 3 businesses owned or part owned by Mr. Rucker. There were some files that were FOIA'd for. I finally got answered on November the 11th. So when the attorney said in the meeting the last meeting that Dolton had, that all FOIs were answered. That was not true because my FOI had not been answered. And I will show you the date on this FOI. I'll show you that I put this FOI in. Well, if you're in my private community, that's in my private community. You can go there and see. I put this FOI in July 16th of 2025. I was not answered until November the 3rd of 2025. November the 3rd, 4 months after I put the FOI in. And so I turned it into the public access, and I actually have been going back and forth with the public access over my FOI, and I'm still going back and forth with the public access over my FOI, and we'll talk about that a little bit later into when we are going to be talking about these updates and these comparisons, okay? Before she said she didn't vote on items related to his business. Hopefully. But I haven't been keeping a track, and I don't know, this was not a meeting where you vote. This was a COW meeting, so it was a discussion. And so I fought for Keith Freeman's employee file, right? Some things that I found interesting about this particular file was that it was missing. It was missing his termination letter, because as we all know, Keith Freeman is no longer the village administrator or working at the village of Dolton. But this particular, this employee file does not include that. A termination letter, which it should have, because he was let go. That's funny. So let's go. Let's look through this file, and I'm gonna let you look through the file like I looked through the file, and then we'll begin to read what we need to read. Okay. So I think this is his benefit sheet, Keith Freeman's benefit sheet, his emergency contact information, his employment verification sheet, his direct deposit form, his drug screen form, his confidentiality agreement. As the village administrator, he would not be able to talk to people about the business of Dolton without certain things already being made public. So anything that hasn't been made public, he would not be able to speak about it. And this is what you have to sign in regards to that. It's like an NDA for the village in regards to those rules. And so that's his confidentiality agreement that he signed. And I think this one was his, what's this one was? Confidentiality. Yeah. His email, voicemail, and usage acknowledgement form that he signed. All right. Now we're going to get to what I want to read in your hearing. Please make sure that you are safely seated in your seat as I begin to read this. Okay, I'm going to read it from top to bottom. This particular letter here that is in his file, he wrote it, he sent it to the Attorney General's office, and then he sent it to his Dolton email from his personal email. And this letter was written in 2022. 2022. We are now in 2024. So I just want to make that clear. This letter, this situation was written in 2022. Here we go. It was written on Wednesday, 4/6 of 2022 at 6:34 p.m. by Keith Freeman. Please pay close attention to what I am about to read. On February 9th, 2022, on or around 2:49 p.m., I was brought into a meeting with Nikita McGraw, Trustee Kiana Belcher, DeAndre Rucker, CEO of Rucker Holding, and his assistant regarding an electrical permit for remodeling Rucker Cigar Lounge located at 1415 Chicago Road, Unit 1, Dolton, Illinois, 60419. At that meeting, I was harassed and threatened by Trustee Kiana Belcher and Mr. DeAndre Rucker to issue an electrical permit. I would like to specify that at this time, Kiana Belcher was indeed a trustee at this time in 2022. She was a trustee at this time. That's why he says trustee Kiana Belcher. During the early afternoon, I was in a meeting when I overheard yelling in the lobby of Village Hall. I was called out of my meeting by Nikita McGraw. At this time, Nikita McGraw, who is Nikita Cloud, was I think she was the administrative assistant to Tiffany. I believe that's what her title was. I don't think it was PR at that time. Stating there is an issue that needed my attention. Mr. Rucker and Trustee Belcher were complaining that they had not received the electrical permit they had applied for and asking why there was a delay. Mr. Rucker then began to insinuate that Mayor Tiffany Henyard was stopping the permits. Mr. Rucker then threatened to go to the media if we did not issue the permits immediately. At that point, Trustee Kiana Belcher informed me that she served as CFO of Rucker Holding, but was there to move the process forward as a trustee. I then reminded her that she should remove herself from the conversation because there was a clear conflict of interest. She went on to say that she was impartial and that she was merely in the meeting as listener. Mr. Rucker continued to question the why the permit could not be issued right away. I asked for a copy of an ordinance. Mr. Rucker and Trustee Belcher mentioned that they gave them the right to the permit and subsequent business license. At that point, I called down to the clerk's office to get a copy of the ordinance. The deputy clerk sent up an ordinance. I was then provided with a different ordinance, a different version of the ordinance from Trustee Belcher's. I immediately responded with, I will need more time to gather information and I would get back to them. They refused my response and made several threats to my staff in the building department, as well as the police officers standing in the lobby area. I again responded with, I will call them later, to which Trustee Belcher replied, that was some bullshit. And I needed to call James Vaselli and Sean T. Raines-Welk, our village attorneys. She then threatened to file a complaint against Officer Corey Wright because he asked her to move her vehicle from the handicap space at the village hall. Trustee Belcher continued to yell explicatives to myself and Nikita McGraw until we asked her to leave. She then stated that I better watch what I do or I would be next. She refused to leave my office, slammed my door in the face of my secretary, and asked to speak to me and Nikita personally. I told her she should not be talking about this situation and she should leave. After Trustee Belcher and Mr. Rucker left, I was informed by the building department that the reason why Mr. Rucker was not given a permit was that he had previously been caught stealing electricity by our code enforcers and ComEd. ComEd was reviewing the matter and was deciding whether or not to press charges. Mr. Rucker had installed a junction box and other electrical equipment without a permit at the facility. I contacted Trustee Belcher regarding Mr. Rucker's actions and was told she did not give an expletive what the issue was. She has a friend that works at ComEd and that we were lying. I was also told to issue the permit and stop bullshitting. ComEd has sent over documents that verify the complaint filed by the building department. They put this page in there twice. At this point, I feel as if my job is in jeopardy, and I believe that Trustee Belcher and the Board of Trustees are working to remove me from the office, by not issuing the permits. I would ask that this complaint be submitted for the record regarding this matter. Sent from Keith Freeman. That's what it said. That I didn't say it. That's what the letter said from the village administrator, said that there was an open case. I'm just showing you guys the rest of his file that was sent. There is no termination letter in here, which there should be because he no longer works at the village or for the village, allegedly. But there is no termination letter in here. These are all benefit pages. But yes, for all those people that are going to come over here and say, oh, I don't like the trustees. I didn't say none of this. I didn't say it. Okay? I did not say it. Keith Freeman said it. And the reason why he didn't get his permit, it says right here, was not given a permit, previously been caught stealing electricity by our code enforcers and ComEd. He installed a junction box and other electrical equipment without a permit at the facility. This is why I'm asking the questions I am asking about the Melody Fitness Center in regards to Mr. Rucker and Rucker Athletics. This is the reason why I am asking those questions. This is the reason why. This is the reason why I'm asking those particular questions. And let me just go back. So let me go back in, because somebody gonna come in here and be like, oh, she over there telling lies. Baby, I wish I would. I don't even have time. Okay, so let me just rest your brain so you don't have to come over here with the dumb okay? Don't nobody come over here talking dumb and saying that Super is doing this and doing that. I'm not doing anything but reporting. So let's go. This right here, because I want to be clear. Let me make it big enough for you to see. This right here, we're going to do a little bit of investigating right now in real time, okay? This right here is the State of Illinois Domestic and Foreign Corporation Annual Report. This year says 2020. This is the Rucker Holding Inc., which in that letter that Keith Freeman stated was Rucker Holding Inc. is the person who opened up the cigar lounge, or wanted to open up the cigar lounge, Rucker Cigar Lounge, in the village of Dolton. This is DeAndre Rucker. This is his paper that is submitted. You see Jesse White, Secretary of State. This was 2020. Right here, it says Director Kiana Belcher. She is on the paperwork. Right here, here's the second paper from 2023. If you look here in this corner right here, year 2023, Rucker Holding, CFO right here, Kiana Belcher. Go to the next one. This is also, it says Statement of Change, Registered Agent and or Registered Office, filed May 17th, 2023. This is under Alexi. This is our current Secretary of State, but this was for 2023. Right there, Registered Agent, Kiana Belcher. Right there. So don't come over here with the, oh, I don't like them. No, this is none of that. I don't have any problems with any of them. I'm reporting to the residents so that you are informed. Okay? I'm reporting so that you are informed. Okay? So this is what that says. So let's go to something in real time. Now we need to do something in real time. Okay? These are why I had the questions about Rucker Athletics. I listen, I want the village of Dolton to succeed probably more than they do. Okay. I want them to have everything that every other city has around them: shopping, gyms, restaurants, movie theaters. They deserve to have all of that. Okay. Okay. And so let's do something in real time, because Rutgers Cigar Lounge is open in Dolton. Okay. Let's do some investigating in real time. Let's go to the Illinois Business Lookup, because in that particular letter, Keith Freeman says that Rucker Holding is the owner of the Rutgers Cigar Lounge. He was there to get a permit for Rutgers Cigar Lounge under Rucker Holding. All right, so let's go business name. Let's go Rucker Holding. All right. Rucker Holding. You see it right here? Rucker Holding Inc. It says entity status. It says dissolved. Registered agent. Agent vacated. That's what it says. Dissolved. Agent change date was 3/15/2024. Okay. Incorporation date was 2017. But as you saw the status said dissolved. Agent vacated. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. So Rucker Holding, we see that's not current, it's dissolved. Let's put in Rucker Cigar Lounge. Rucker Cigar Lounge Inc. It says dissolved. Entity status right there. It says dissolved. This is a current business that is open in Dolton currently. Rutgers Cigar Lounge. They just had a grand opening for it. Right? Rucker Holding isn't there. Okay, let me try something else. Let's try something else. Let's see if we can do Rucker Management. No results found for Rucker Management. Let's see if we can find registered agent DeAndre. Oh. Rucker. Okay. So DeAndre Rucker owns all these businesses. Let's look at the status of them. Expired, involuntary dissolution for all of these. McGee's Cafe is terminated. All of these are dissolved. We have one that's active. The Messiah Lodge, number 22. All of the other ones say dissolved. This is a not-for-profit, so it definitely can't be the Cigar Lounge. From what I recall, he seems to start and end lots of businesses, but he showed the same on his video for Nikita. He definitely starts a lot of businesses. What I'm specifically just trying to find is the businesses that he has open in Dolton, that are in Dolton, right? The Rucker Cigar Lounge is in Dolton. Let me go. Hold on one second. Hold the line, please, because we're going to look at something else. This is just something that I'm doing in real time. I don't want people to say that I'm being nasty or vindictive or not doing my due diligence or not. But trust me, when I come on here, I have spent days, if not weeks, researching this stuff. I'm not coming up here to just accuse people. No, we're coming up here to have the conversation, because these are conversations that we need to have in our community. We need to start telling the truth in our community, and we need to start cleaning it up. If we're going to be transparent, we're going to be transparent, and that's what we need to be. That's it. That's all. I'm looking for one other page. Give me a second. Because they have lots of little. Oh, I didn't even do that right. Hold on. I'm looking for something. Give me one second. Okay, so this right here is the website for RuckerHoldings.com. A&D Rucker Management. I believe this is his beautiful wife right here. Lovely lady. And so we saw that Rucker Holdings is the status has been dissolved. It was agent vacated. But is who owns the Rucker Cigar Lounge? I don't see any type of nothing that says Rucker Cigar Lounge, nothing that says Rucker Management. I mean, who are we entering to a agreement with for the Melanie Fitness Center? Let's put in Rucker Athletics, because I feel like I want to, because I want to be fair. I want to make sure that I want to make sure that we are capturing every possible. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this one, the first one, which was Rucker Athletics LLC, is not in good standing. Let's see how long it's been. His wife's name is on this particular business, but this may be how they're holding. There was an agent change date of last year in September. Okay. Okay, but it's not in good standing. So Rucker Athletics and Sports Complex Corporation. Maybe it's under this one. So now we get into things these are the things that Tiffany was doing, where she was putting some of the business licenses and things underneath either lawyers or accountants. So maybe that's what we are doing. So Rucker Athletics and Sports Complex Corporation is under Newman's Investment and Tax Services. Okay. It says active. They listed an annual report as of 2025. President is Alexis Rucker, which is his wife. Secretary is Latoya Newman. It has to be the tax service business. So possibly the cigar lounge is listed under these two women or under this particular business, because you can be under something and do business as this. So the license could have been issued to Rucker Athletics and Sports Complex Corporation, doing business as Rucker Cigar Lounge. this is how those things go, we will forward the village to find out how it's actually listed. Better believe I will be doing that. Is she the one that had the shady incident? I thought it was a girlfriend the individual investor mentioned. I think she went from girlfriend to wife, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, we have another episode to um to look into as far as this is concerned, right? But these are all my concerns. Why do we have all of these layers of things? Where is the transparency? I'm so interested to find out what happened in this ComEd case as well. Like what happened with the ComEd case? I'm going to find out about that. But these are all questions. You know, we need to do our due diligence as it relates to those things. Hey, Shawnee. So glad I saw you were back. So you had an amazing experience. I followed you the whole time. I loved it, and welcome back. Do you have a liquor license in his name? That's something that we will have to forward the village for, and I will do that because we need to get a full picture. We need to make sure, you know, these are things that you need to keep a track of in your village, in your town. You know, there's a lot. Let me show. Yeah, because people are gonna start saying, well, I told you he owns the Rucker Cigar Lounge, and he's now going to be doing the Rucker Athletics at the Melanie Fitness Center. That is 2 places. Here it is right here. Both of them. All right.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Of course,
going to show you this. Let me see if I can show it to you. Hold on. Okay, this is the ribbon cutting.
course, all of the
There's DeAndre Rucker right there.
everyone and want to greet Amir House and
That was there's DeAndre Rucker right there, and he is third from the left and fourth from the right. This business is the Weekend Winery that is opening right on the corner on Martin Luther King Boulevard in the center of Dolton, in downtown Dolton, by Village Hall. This is another business that I believe that he possibly is a partner in. So this would be business number 3 in the village of Dolton. And as it relates to the Melanie Fitness Center, because that building in particular is owned by the village. Was there a public hearing done? Was there RFPs being sent out so that every village that wanted to participate, every business that wanted to participate in possibly renovating or taking over the Melanie Fitness Center, was that done? As you heard in the COW meeting, Mr. Rucker will be asking the village to continue to take care of some of the maintenance. Is that something that the residents are okay with? Now, let me show you what the Melanie Fitness Center used to look like, right? Because I want to show you what it could look like and what it could be. It even, as far as I'm concerned, you know, if Planet Fitness came in and did whatever, it can return to this. Hold on one second. Let me bring up. If you don't know, the Melanie Fitness Center actually has a Facebook page. Had a Facebook page. I'm going to show it to you right now. Hold on one second. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold the line, please. Hold on. Okay. So let me show you the Melanie Fitness Center. Hmm. All right. So this is the Melanie Fitness Center page on the Facebook. You can go there. Let me see what somebody said. Missed a few comments. You back Sunday? You watching from Thailand? Okay, y'all be safe. Tell James hey. Okay, let me see. Sounds like it was already a done deal. Yeah. Okay, so this was the Melanie Fitness Center page. You see all of the residents' photos up there. What the fitness center. What I like is what the fitness center used to look like, and all of the residents that participated. Look at this. Here go Tammy Brown. Here go Trustee Tammy Brown. Right here. This was the juice bar lady. This lady right here ran the juice bar over here. So the Melanie Fitness Center, I believe, is prime property. I feel like there is a power struggle for this position, but I do want to remind you all what was said by Tiffany. She said they don't want to do anything but give their friends jobs and business licenses. I'm just saying. That's what she said. But if you go to this page, you can see everything from look at the pool. Look at what the pool used to look like. Look at this. Look at all of those Dolton residents participating at the Melanie Fitness Center in the pool doing pool exercises. Got the instructors there. Look at this. Beautiful facility. Beautiful facility. I believe they had $375,000 to spend on the Pope's house that none of the residents can sleep in. I felt like they could have took that money and put it into the Melanie Fitness Center if they were not going to get rid of it. If they had put the money into the Melanie Fitness Center and perhaps contracted Rucker Athletics, if that's what they wanted, or whatever the village decided, to come in with staff and let them do the staffing and pay, do it that way or whatever. I don't know. I think this place looks awesome and is awesome. And this is a huge facility that is basically, in my opinion, being given to the Ruckers. And look at this place. People were having an awesome time in this place. Classes. Look at this. Look at that. Miss Cameron. They dancing. We gonna do a line dance, child. So this is the Melanie Fitness Center. You can go to Melanie Fitness Center on Facebook and you can see that there. And it looks like people were having a great time. A winery is good to have. I have a Cooper Talk 7 minutes away. Yeah, I think it's called the Weekend Winery. Again, I'm not opposed to any of these businesses. That is not the point. That is not the point. That is not the point at all. But as a Black community, having wine and liquor stores and all of those things are great. But do we always need to put those type of businesses in our communities? Knowing the challenges that we have as a community, do we need to do that? Is that something we need to do? I don't know. These are questions. The residents of Dolton are the only ones that can answer these questions. This is their community. But those are the questions that I have. Should it be one person allowed to open up these businesses so rapidly? And they're the only person that has access to the trustees to be able to open these businesses like this. I don't know. Is that fair? Should we be doing that? There was a gentleman who took over the laundromat. I think he spoke at the last meeting and introduced himself to the community. He said he don't live in Dolton, but he owns that business now, that laundromat. And I thought that was great for him to come to the meeting and introduce himself and say he owned that business and that he planned on making the property, better and great and continuing with the laundromat. And I'm sure making sure that it's clean and presentable, for the residents, and sure cleaning up around, his building as well. And I thought it was nice to have somebody that did not live in the village, but owns a business there and wanted to introduce themselves to the village. But these are all questions. These are all questions. If we got on Tiffany for these things, should we not be doing the same thing as it relates to this administration? What should we be doing? Was Tiffany right? Have we been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray? Trust me, there's more updates to come. More information, more questions. More information and more questions. I have my next Black author ready to come onto the platform. They will be coming onto the platform possibly in a few weeks. I don't want to give the date yet because it's pending on a meeting that I might possibly have. The funny thing is, here in Indiana, it's quiet in my community, but we do have a lot of liquor stores here. I am still in awe. Man, we have a lot of liquor stores. We have a lot of liquor stores. Do we need to open up a liquor store every time? Is that what we need in our communities, knowing the challenges that we have already in our community? Alcoholism, drug addiction, single parent homes. Do we need to have those things? I mean, it's nice. They're nice if they're nice. But, I don't know. I would hate to think that in 2025, we're going to go into 2026, that liquor stores are the best thing we could come up with for the future. I'm not sure. Being that I can DoorDash liquor now, I'm not sure that I need a liquor store on every corner. But that's just me. And so, these are the questions that I have. We're going to have a lot more updates. I have a longer video. Oh, I'm sorry, Vivian. Why did you do that? And again, I'm not upset or mad with anyone. We are taking a look at this administration just like we did Tiffany's. And that's something that we learned that we should do. As we're going to be taking a look at Dolton Township. Should we continue with these townships if they're just going to be a place for people to employ their friends and basically run them like dictatorships instead of serviceships? Should we even have townships anymore? Do they serve a purpose? We have enough just trying to keep a track of our municipal government, let alone having to worry about a township as well. but those are just my thoughts. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come up and have a conversation, then we can do that. I want to hear your thoughts about the information that you heard tonight. You don't have to put your camera on at first. But there's the link if anybody wants to come up and have a conversation. Then let's do that. You know, for me, there's been a lot of questionable things done and said. But again, I'm not here. I'm just here to give the facts and things that I know. It's not even a Black community here, but I can say it's a nice one down the street, a small one across the street, and at least 8 more within 10 minutes. My goodness. That's a lot. And from what I know, there are limits on liquor licenses should be within the municipalities. Has Dolton reached the limit? They gave St. Patrick's 2 because they had to have one for the restaurant and one for the actual liquor store. So that was 2 right there. How many are they allowed to issue in a year? They were talking about getting rid of townships, I thought. It's a question. A few people, there's places out here where people are doing the research to find out how they have to, what they have to do to dissolve their townships. So townships can either be dissolved by a referendum or by a vote of that board. So in most cases, it will have to be done through a referendum that has to be voted by the board to be put on the ballot. But the residents can circulate petitions to be able to get it on the ballot. I had a membership at Melanie. I used to take the boxing classes with Muhammad. He was also a security guard at TTHS, and I did aqua aerobics there. I'm sure it's going to be a great place again. But this is funny behavior to me. Because there's a lot wrapped up into this. We have to be careful as politicians or as public servants and officials, blurring the lines of friendship, working relationships with your, political seats. Those are conflict of interest, deep ones, that could look a certain way to the community and to people. So we need to make sure that we do our due diligence in making sure that, things don't look a certain way. That's just how it is. I have lots more information to talk with you all about in relations to Dolton. I hope that you'll tune in. I hope that you share, you like, share, you subscribe, you talk about this conversation. You talk with your neighbors, with your friends, you share the video with them. Because to be forewarned is to be forearmed, right? We need to be informed about our government and getting proper information. I showed you receipts for everything that I spoke about today. I did not talk and just not show you anything. I showed you receipts for everything that I showed you and talked about today. So that's all I got for you. That's all I got. Nobody want to talk to me or talk about the conversation or have the conversation, which in a lot of ways is the problem with our community, that we don't have these conversations and talk about these elephants in the room and these unethical things or these things that skirt the line or these conflict of interest. We need to talk about them. They have to be talked about and addressed. so that we know, what to do. You can vote and like whoever you want. That was not the purpose. The purpose was for you to know who's in your community doing business. You should know those things. Yeah, this would have been a great property for the park district to come in and take over, and it would have provided a place, because I heard the Dolton Bear cheerleaders didn't have anywhere to practice, and Stan opened up the church so that they could practice in the basement. This would be a great place for the Dolton Bears cheerleaders to be able to go and have practice, a community center, so that the Dolton Bears, which is a team, a cheerleading team and a football team that represents the community, because it's called Dolton Bears, could go and always have a place to practice. SP, I would rather listen to all of you that live there to have the conversation. Well, Master G, you got lots going on over there where you at too. So, as far as having a conversation about what we all are facing, I think you can be a part of that conversation as well. These things that we talk about can be applied to any state, any city. You need to FOIA your municipality and find out who's doing business. If you go by a business and your customer service is poor, you should FOIA that community and find out who that business owner is. Then you should go to a meeting and you should speak about it. Check and see if their business license is expired. Check and see if they even have one. I mean, all of these things can be applied to anywhere. Okay? We're going to continue to have the intelligent conversations over here. We're going to talk about anything and everything. The updates and comparisons on Dolton will continue. I have a whole video that I am working on. It's so hard to do the video, to cut off, because so many things are happening in real time, right? And so I'm still working on it in between life and all of those things. Okay? So please forgive me. I'm going through a bit of a reconstruction here. You can see we're upgrading this. Oh, you know what? So let me show y'all. Hold the line, please. I'm going to show y'all, because thanks to the viewers and the little bit of money I do make on this channel, because again, nobody listens to me. I don't have a voice. That's fine. But anywho, hold the line, please. I'm going to show you what I have purchased and what I'll be using at the next meetings. Hold on. Okay. So for those of you that do not know, I have a degree in computer network administration. I can build a computer from the ground up if I had to. So, that's why I'm able to do some of the things that I do. But anyway, to let some folks tell it I'm dumb. So we'll just go with that. But anywho, I just purchased this rig. You can't see it. Okay, can you see it? Okay. This rig. This is the rig that I will be using for for the future streams. Show y'all what else I bought. I'm so excited. I can't wait to use this. This. See this? Turn it on. All right. This right here. And it can zoom in so that we're going to be able to see them people at that township meeting and also at the village of Dolton. That's how we can It's going to be able to zoom in. Look at this. Okay. Thank you to everybody that has donated. I can't say super chat because that doesn't happen over here. But thank you to those that have donated via Cash App, by watching, by having a membership. Super producer, how can I contact you? My email is, let me put it in the chat. Diane Reeves, that's funny. Okay, my email is dude up for the T at Gmail. There you are, right there. Okay, so with this rig right here, right? In the center of this rig will be my phone, but the thing I just showed y'all goes here, and we're gonna be a little high tech and fancy from now on. But we're gonna be able to zoom in on them folks and see them folks. I'm gonna do a test broadcast probably tomorrow, and show you guys what it's gonna look like. You guys are actually gonna have to help me, tweak this, because some of the little things I haven't worked yet. So tonight, you probably gonna see me out here playing around with this once I get it charged. I need to get this charged back up because I wanted to test it out. The microphone. Oh, let me show you my microphone. All right. So, and I used to sell certifications to intelligent people like you, Conti. Oh, man. Be safe and careful and be blessed. Thank you, Reload, boo boo. And I have a microphone. Y'all look at my microphone that we gonna have. It goes right here on the rig. Okay, it goes right here on the rig. And then we put our camera on the side. We hook up our microphone. We're gonna be picking up everything everybody's saying. Don't say nothing around me, because you might find yourself on this broadcast, okay? And so those are some of the things that I have purchased, like I said, with the money that I get from this channel. Thank you to everyone that is a member of my channel. It is because of you this equipment could be purchased. Because I don't make a lot on this broadcast, because people have taken it upon themselves to talk about me and who they think they know that I am. And for me, I'm no longer explaining to people who I am. I don't care who you think I am. If you're not smart enough to find out for yourself, then keep listening to the fools that's telling you that. Okay? But whatever for me. Because in a minute, I got a deadline for myself. I have a deadline for myself, and I'm going to decide whether I'm going to continue to do this channel and this work that I do, because it takes a lot to do this research, to get these materials and to show you guys, because I don't like to talk about anything unless I have it in black and white, or I have it on video, or I have someone speaking about it, because I feel like the public deserves that. Okay? The public deserves to have the evidence right in front of them if I'm talking about something. And so it takes a lot to be able to do that. And the research and things of that nature take a lot of my time. I do it while I, teach my kids, because I homeschool my kids. But I do it while I homeschool my kids. And so I want to thank you all for helping me purchase this equipment and the green screen, and I do all my own graphics. But thank you all for helping me to make this channel look a lot more professional. And I'm so grateful for you doing that. And, you know, some things have been said about me last night when I have not been talking about anyone, because I don't talk about anybody. But if you call my name, and I keep saying this, you all over there are getting upset when this person is calling somebody's name, and you want to get upset when they respond. And I told you you was going to regret threatening me that day you threatened me in the courthouse. And baby, I haven't forgotten. Okay? That since you want attention, I'm going to give you some for just about 5 minutes. Because that's all the time I really have for your ass. Okay? Give you about 5 minutes of my time. Because I told you I don't talk about you. Haven't talked about you. Now, channels that I visit are my business. I can go out here and watch anybody I want out here on YouTube and participate in their channels if I feel like that's what I want to do, just like your goofy ass people do. They go over there and make all types of comments about me and don't have no clue who I am, ain't never met me, don't have my phone number, but yet I'm living rent free in they little raggedy ass heads. See, these are things I don't understand. And see, I didn't even know that you had spoken about me until I was watching a channel that I actually watch. Okay? Because I don't go over there to see, I don't go where I'm not welcome. I don't go there. Okay? But since you mentioned me, and I ain't forgot that you threatened me, we're going to play a little game. You're not going to like this game, right? Because I told you to stop calling my name, and I guess you have forgotten that I actually started out over there, so I know everyone, first name and last name, that's over there, and YouTube name included, since you want to dox me. We can play a doxing game if that's what you want to do. And don't nobody tell me, oh, Super, don't stoop to his level. I'm sick of it. This has been almost 2 years now that this person is attacking me, trying to body shame me as if I give a F. Because ask your freaking uncle if he care that I'm fat. And I ain't never had a problem getting a man, and I'm going to say that again. And if I don't have one, it's by choice. Because, baby, I'll go get your uncle if that's what I see fit to do. Okay? So since you want to keep bringing me into the nonsense and worrying about what I'm saying in people's chats, now you was just over there crying about all of these court cases you have to go to. Because, baby, if I put an order on your ass, it's going to stick because I don't talk about you. But I will tell the judge and play for the judge every last single thing you have said about me, including that somebody told you and you was in the comments and you saw me in the comments, how you see me in the comments, and why is you worried about me being in the comments? Is you stalking me? Is your people stalking me? Which don't even make any sense, because as grown people, I have business to tend to, and my business don't have nothing to do with who you talking about, who you with, and who comments you in. I don't care. There's a lot of things I could say about a lot of people over there. You keep running your mouth about me, and I'm going to say them. But since you did talk about me, we're going to have a little story time coming with visuals. Huh? Okay. And I'm not afraid of you. I ain't afraid of you. I ain't afraid of your so-called bodyguards. I'm not afraid of anybody. Because if God be for me, ain't a devil in hell gonna be against me. Keep that in your mind. You think your mama the only one that prays? She not the only one that prays. Let that rest in your spirit. Don't play with me. Because I'm tired. I'm beyond tired. Because if I'm not relevant, stop mentioning my name. So tired of this. Very tired. There's lots of other things going on. Lots of other things going on. Okay? Mind your business and drink your water when it comes to me. I hope my name chokes your throat. Huh? Stop saying my name. If I'm irrelevant, I don't have a voice, and this, that, and the third, don't worry about what I'm doing. Tell your people don't worry about what I'm doing. Some of them got my phone number. If they want to know what I'm doing, tell them to call me. Huh? Yeah, some of them got my number. My number have not changed. If they want to know what I'm doing, since they over there guessing and guessing loud and guessing wrong, you got my number. Text me and ask me. What I want you to know, and I'm going to put you on notice, you better hope I don't go in my little prayer closet about you. Stop mentioning my name, but since you did, we going to talk about a few things. Huh? We will. I'm sure I'll see you at the Harvey meeting. Because again, I'm not afraid. I'll go where I want, when I want, and anytime I want. Ridiculous that we even having to deal with some nonsense like this. It's only us going against us. It should never be that way. But this is what we got to deal with. Pure stupidity. I'm telling you, succeeding. Doo-doo Brown make no sense. Mind his damn business. That's what he need to do. Now, I ain't saying nothing to or about that man. And here come my name because I'm over here watching somebody that I support. Ain't none of your damn business who I support. And all of the people that are afraid to comment because they're afraid he gonna say, who is he? You are whatever age you are, whatever big age you are. And if you can't support who you want to support because you think somebody gonna talk, what? I wish I might. I wish I might. Lord have mercy. Don't get me started tonight because this is not even what I want to talk about. Listen, thank you all for supporting this channel, those that do. And if nobody listens to me, fine. What I want to tell you is there's going to come a day when you wish you had. Just like Commander Doodoo. Because I used to tell his silly ass not to be acting the way that he be acting. To stay focused on his business. Not a grown-ass man going around talking about people weight. Sir, if I gave a fuck, I would lose some weight. But obviously, I don't. Lord have mercy. Fix it, Jesus. Just fix it, Lord. What else y'all got for me? Because I'm tired of that subject. I'm literally tired of that subject. I'm trying to do other content. So tired of it. Okay. Okay, succeeding. Child. Everybody want to be a doctor, but don't nobody want to go to school. Child. Anyhow. Listen. Y'all look out. If I go, I might go out in the morning with D Love. I think I heard her say there's some sort of handmade protest in the morning at 9:30 in the morning. Lord, y'all pray I can get out of the bed, because on the weekends, I don't want to touch this computer. I don't want to do nothing but look at my TV, catch up on my shows, watch The Walking Dead, Hell's Kitchen, be with my children. I don't want to do none of this stuff. Okay? But pray for me, because we probably gonna be out there. Don't trip, sis. You are everything Tootie inspires to be. You're a woman. Absolutely, honey. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. Listen, this man threatened us in his courthouse, and Melissa asked me, why are they holding him back, Super? I said, Connie, because they know a woman when they see one. He up there fake trying to act like he about to attack us. He had plenty of opportunity to attack us when we first got there, because there was not no sheriffs on that floor when we first got there. Huh? Child. But since he called my name today, don't y'all say nothing when y'all see something drop on this channel. That's petty, because it's coming. I promise you. I ain't lying. Yeah, I promise you. It's coming. Because I'm tired of this. We're going to start talking about some real shit. We're going to start talking about this black inner circle. We're going to start talking about this freshman chat. We're going to start talking about this INA Central. We're going to start talking about this cyber unit. We're going to start talking about it. Since you feel like you won't call my name, we're going to start talking about it. We're going to talk about those 3 women that you had on your platform talking about me. You know, that video that you made private? Well, I got the whole video, and we're going to go over some things. I'm going to show the people my husband's death certificate. And I heard one of you badly built butch body bitches say that she didn't tell us nothing. You motherfuckers was never my friends. So why would I tell you motherfuckers anything? Ask yourself that. Half of you dodos didn't even like me, because I was able to spend time with Jed, whatever you want to call it. Spend time with Jed during the show. Because y'all wanted to sit in my seat. I gave you the seat, and nobody's still sitting in it. You know why? Because you can't sit in a seat that God gave to me, dumb Donald. But I heard all the lies that you all said. Half of it I didn't even listen to, most of it, because I found it interesting how you can make comments about me and my life, and I never even spoke to you hoes. Because first of all, you was not going to disrespect me. That was the first thing. The second thing, I knew that you didn't like me, so why would I be talking to people that I know don't like me? Huh? That's why. Yeah, you called my name, so let's talk about it a little bit. Since you say people be out here making videos about you, don't nobody be making videos about you, because that is not what I do. That's what Random News do. Because that's his channel. He talks about all types of grifting people. That's what he do. Huh? But y'all got on that platform and disrespected me, and I never disrespected none of you hoes till I came over here on my own platform, because you was talking about me. I heard somebody say she doesn't say nothing when they come to the meetings. They don't go to the meetings. And when they do go to the meetings, they don't say anything to me, because why would I speak to people that I don't even like? Let's get the facts straight. We're not going to embellish nothing over here. You never liked me, starting with Valerie, because you was on that platform talking about me. Oh, I wanted Jed. Girl, please. I ain't never wanted a man that been with another man in my whole entire life. I ain't never had to. And that's his business. But it's not something I like. No, you was mad because you couldn't spend the time that I was spending with Jed. Huh? You would have been mad with anybody that was sitting in that seat because you was just so jealous that it was people that could that he would answer and wouldn't answer you because you came from justice and you was the Secretary of Justice and you thought that he should answer you even if he didn't answer nobody else. And you got real mad when he put you out the group because you was talking about him with Frankie. Huh? Because you was talking about Jed behind his back with Frankie, the ACIU dude. And somebody told Commander Doodoo. Somebody told Doodoo Brown that you did that. He fussed you out. He got rid of Frankie. And then you got mad and you left. Because you was on probation. Y'all want me to keep talking? Keep saying my name. See, that's what happened. So then you tried to say that, I was doing this and I was doing, no, I wasn't doing none of that. You hoes was on the phone when he supposed to have called me on a one-on-one and didn't say anything and was listening to the conversation. I would never trust none of you bitches ever again in this lifetime. I never go back over there. I never work with you. Because you're underhanded, sneaky, disgusting people. I said what I said. I'm tired of this. Valerie, you just a jealous person. Then when you beg, you was calling Jed 20,000 times a day, begging to come back. Then he brought you back and he put you in the freshman chat and you was so mad. Your ego was so hurt because you couldn't be in a chat and you kept asking, oh, why does she get to be in a chat and I'm over here in a freshman chat? Y'all want me to keep talking? Keep calling my name. I'm no longer going to accept the disrespect because I never disrespected none of you over there. Huh? You're going to keep playing and you're going to keep playing. I got visuals for the people. I got visuals that I'm going to show the people. And I am not going to be sorry about it. Because if you'll sit there and let that man lie, it's something wrong with you. It's not nothing wrong with him. It's nothing wrong with him. It's something wrong with you. Because he's only as strong as the people who prop his ass up. Now stop saying my name. And I won't have to embarrass the mess out of all y'all. Because, baby, I still got access to what I got access to. And I should have exposed your behind when you let him talk about my children. And my children's father. He is scum. I said it. I meant it. Don't ever address me in public again. Don't ever ask me nothing. We don't have no olives over here. We don't have no olive branches. We ain't got no doves. We ain't got no Christ-like forgive nothing because everybody ain't going to be saved and I'm just okay with that. But it's one thing I know about God. He don't play about me. Keep on testing him, and I'm going to ask him to fix it. And when I ask him to fix it, it'll be fixed. But I have been trying to give you all grace and mercy, because those are things that you are not extending to other people when you got problems of your fucking own. You got people right in your own group that are sick, in and out of the hospital. You should ask yourself, y'all got your own problems over there. Keep on doing the wrong thing and find out how much bigger those problems are going to get. Some of you over there can't find no job, can't get no job, put in 1,000, 2,000 applications. Y'all over there hiring security for that man and he can't pay you to do a job? Oh, yeah, that's right. He wouldn't pay me. And I told you, if he did it to me, he'll do it to you. What sense do that make? Huh? Y'all want me to keep talking? Keep on saying my name. You gonna take a bone back? Take the bone with all the meat on it. Well, now that we did that, it's time to go to bed. Nah, I got to finish putting this rig together and do this test for tonight to make sure that this stuff works for tomorrow and going forward. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't bother anybody, but trust me, I'm going to be out here in these YouTube streets. And when I am, I'm going to say what I want, when I want, and how I want. And if you choose to clog up your phone with screenshots of grown people, go see your psychiatrist. Go talk to a counselor, because it's definitely something wrong with you, because people that don't affect your life are living rent-free in your head for no reason. Just some advice from the super producer. I wish nothing but blessings for your life. Okay? Y'all be good. You can't be good? Be quiet. I hope you wake up and your man fix your makeup. I hope you get ready for work and you can't find your shirt. I hope you go on a date and your man asks for space. For excuses. I hope he chuck deuces. I hope all your plans fail with no money for bail and you end up in jail, but you live to tell where your space is invaded by the hate you created, trying to run through a village, lie, steal, and pillage. We need personal space.